Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the June 5th edition of WWE Smackdown. We are your host, Arrow.
Jay Fizzle, but you can call me Fizz.
And this is independent wrestler OB Times, a.k.a. Blue. What's going on, people?
All right, guys. As usual, how we're going to do this is we're going to give a rundown of what happened in the show. We're going to give our reviews on it. At the bottom in the comments, we're going to ask you guys to give us your match of the night. We'll give ours. And out of 5 stars, you guys rate the match quality overall, the story building, all that good stuff. 1 out of 5, all right? So, Fizz, go ahead and start us off.
All right, so at the very beginning of SmackDown, today's show, June 5th, 20, we saw where Braun Strowman, which I actually missed last week, was basically telling the cameraman and the interviewer that he saw a car really just zoom and drive by, and over they just sped off. Then it jumped into the cut where Jeff Hardy was basically getting handcuffed. I thought it was kind of weird that Braun Strowman said that the guy sped off, but then it jumped into Jeff Hardy. So it's like, did we miss something that happened right there? But anyways, I just want to say that's an error in script writing. But then it goes into Jeff Hardy going into the center of the ring. Basically, he's talking about his point of view for what happened. He explained that he was walking into work in the performance center. All of a sudden, someone came up behind him and just knocked him out. He got up. He said he smelled like alcohol, and actually brought the mental perspective back into his head of the darkness that he was, and he didn't want to go back to that. So he was just expressing how angry and frustrated he is, and he didn't want to have this depiction back with his family. Then it literally jumps into Sheamus coming out and literally calling this dude, let's see, I got the quote here. Sheamus basically called him a junkie, the term junkie. Jeff Hardy got mad because he started now going to his family. He goes down to try to get Sheamus, and Sheamus basically just kicks his tail. That's basically just the beginning of the whole thing. So we definitely see a Jeff Hardy and Sheamus feud is growing. So let's just see what happens next.
Once again, I think I like the way they're building the feud so far. They're getting straight into it. They're not taking too much time to let it build like some other stuff in WWE right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The mystery hacker has been going on for a little bit too long now. They need to go ahead and, really push start it, but different segment for a different day. But I like what they're doing. Fans, please remember, guys, Jeff Hardy's consenting to this, okay? Like, they would not use something like this without his consent. So, guys, let's not bash WWE. They're using the storyline because Jeff is giving the okay. Let's move forward.
I didn't have a problem with it either. And I do agree with Arrow about the hacker thing. I don't know what was going on with that. Man, it's been going on for too long. I didn't have an issue with the Sheamus and Jeff Hardy thing. I like it. It's real, and it it's a storyline based on real life events. So a lot of people would not know if it was. Well, people could have known that it wasn't a work if they did that cop segment better when they were on the outside and stuff. But hey, it is what it is. But I don't mind the storyline.
All right, so we're gonna jump into Otis versus Baron Corbin. Of course, they recap what happened last week with Mandy Rose and Otis. I'm gonna make this quick. It was a DQ match, or it was a DQ finish. Excuse me. Baron hit him with the chair to disqualify himself. Hit him with a couple chair shots to the gut. Didn't really affect Otis. Threw him back into the ring. Otis hits the worm into the elbow drop. Otis is your Money in the Bank briefcase holder, so of course they're going to make him look strong. So I don't think Baron Corbin was the person to do it against, but obviously we'll see where it goes from here.
I have nothing else to say either. It was just a position just to make the feud grow. That's all it was.
I felt it was a really, really odd match because Otis and Baron Corbin just didn't have that chemistry. I don't know if Otis, if he wasn't comfortable in the ring tonight, or he just isn't comfortable doing one-on-one matches and stuff like that. But he just didn't look like himself. He was just kind of off. He was looking like he was looking for the next spot all the time. He wasn't selling anything. He didn't have any emotion on his face until the very end. And then when Mandy came out, he kind of made the match boring, and that's not good. I don't know what was wrong with him tonight, but I know he's going to get a talking to in the back because this
for sure.
Yeah. I was going to talk about the Miz and Morrison segment, but I think all of it deserves one whole segment. So we're going to skip into the next segment. Shorty G was in the back.
That's because that's what it was. That was.
Oh, no, we're going to get to that because I disagree. Shorty G was in the back talking to Mojo Rawley, of all people. Okay. But he got jumped by himself, as in Rawley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro. That sets a match against the New Day and Shorty G later. Chad Gable, excuse me.
Chad Gable.
Exactly, yeah, Chad Gable. A really good match actually happens right now, and it's going to be Lacey Evans versus Sonya Deville #2. I hated last week. Last week in our previous SmackDown review, their feud was starting off over, Sonya going after the blonde wrestlers who are just giving everything. This week, those ladies shine. Lacey Evans, once again, is finding that comfortability, in a face position. And Sonya Deville is really building up that heel persona. She attacked her before the match. The match was hard-hitting. It was consistent. The right person won this in Sonya Deville. But, man, it was a great match. The only thing that kind of stopped it for me was there was a ref stoppage. The referee appeared to get hurt. I don't know what happened with that, but they had to switch referees. And that kind of threw the pace off a little bit because I was super confused on that. But hard-hitting match. The ladies really killed it tonight. I really liked it. If this is where they're going to go from here on out with those two, I will be down to watch every week to see what they do. Great match between those ladies.
I agree. I want to say it was definitely one out of two of the best matches to me tonight. Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans actually did something pretty cool that I feel like she shined. And she had literally, I want to say, like the move of the night. That's just for me to be serious. But she jumped onto the turnbuckle. The top rope and did a beautiful moonsault. Like it was nice for her to be developing herself, being more creative at the same time, taking extra leaps and being daring. I really enjoyed how she did that moonsault. I was actually surprised. But again, they're supposed to be going into this blind thing, which I disagree with WWE doing that. The storyline of that was good at the very beginning. Like, oh, we're best friends. Oh, now you have a relationship with someone else. I am jealous. Now we're fighting against each other. But now because you're blind, I just don't like how it transitioned to that. But overall, one of the best matches of the night.
Yep.
The match was decent. It just went on way too long. It went way too long. I don't know, because there's not like a blood feud between these two. Not really something like that needs to go on for so long. And in moonsaults, everybody does a dive off the top rope. Everybody does something. And yes, Joe, this was your dive of the night because I'm sick of everybody doing dives. Everybody does a dive. How about everybody just dive with head first on the concrete? How about that? So you won't do it again. Stop doing all these dives.
Come on, man. That happened to Cody Rhodes.
Oh, can I say something too, by the way? Look, we ain't getting into Cody Rhodes right now. Don't do that. What I will say, speaking of headbutts, right, and all that Blue's mentioning, man, Sonya Deville, Lacey Evans has done that moonsault before. I think she stopped using it for a while because one time she did it, her knees went straight into the chest. So she had to. I think she toned it down. But Sonya Deville had Lacey hanging over the apron, and she did an inverted backbreaker where Lacey Evans' head looked like it just drilled into the floor. That was beautiful. That I loved it. Lacey sold it like it meant something. I don't want to see it all the time, but that was a beautiful move. Beautiful move by Sonya Deville.
See, and like a lot of these moves and stuff, like you shouldn't do. How did that match finish? What was the finish of that match? I forgot.
Mandy Rose. Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so Mandy Rose basically was shown on the Titantron, almost taunting.
Not that part, but like how was like a roll up?
Yeah, so basically well, it was a women's right, so yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, like if you do all those big moves, it really doesn't mean anything if you just freaking roll them back in the ring and they get right back up. You see what I'm saying? If you do a big move like that, that needs to be like the end. It just went a little bit too long. I know Lacey Evans needs to start doing face stuff and stop doing heel moves if she's trying to be a face and trying to get people to get behind her. Because right now it just looks like two people just fighting each other for the top heel spot to be who's the best heel. Heel versus heel is great, but somebody needs to be that face, so the audience can get behind them. But other than that,
especially with the story that they're doing, this one needs a.
Especially the story what they're doing, because Lacey needs to be a heel. I mean, not a heel, but a face that's getting beat up, and they need to put Sonya Deville in that spot where she is a monster heel. Like she's trying to do like the most illegal things to beat Lacey, but I didn't see that. I just saw it was just kind of a little back for a little teeter tatter type stuff that they're not building Sonya to be that mean girl that I need for her to be for that feud.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So next we have the face-off between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. Once again, I think that's going to be match of the night at the Backlash pay-per-view if that's where they're doing it. That'll easily be match of the night, no question. Great promos by each of them. I mean, what do you expect? It's AJ Styles, it's Daniel Bryan. I'm not going to get too much into it. AJ Styles was, saying that, nobody deserves handouts. He doesn't believe in handouts, which, that's kind of what Daniel Bryan sounded like. So I like how they played off of Daniel's promo for AJ. To skip forward, Drew Gulak came out because he was given a handout. And I actually like what they did. It doesn't hurt AJ, but he got caught in a surprise roll-up. So AJ lost the match, and that's okay. That's okay for this type of scenario. Of course, Drew Gulak's been working real close with Daniel Bryan, so I like how they finished that. Any other circumstance, I would have been like, AJ, they can't do that to him. But it's AJ Styles. He's not gonna be hurt from taking a surprise, loss. So all in all, I like that whole segment. It was great.
I'm going to play the bad guy because, to be honest, I enjoyed the segment as well. But just to be the bad guy real quick, if he is, the man that he built, like the house he built in terms of SmackDown, it's almost like they're giving him the Intercontinental belt in a way because he, of course, had his time. He is AJ Styles. I mean, I remember first seeing him, on Impact and then transitioned to New World Japan. Like, he has an incredible career, like one of the best careers I've seen from me seeing the new age of this wrestling transition. Not the old guys who got plenty of names. But he's going to be the figure, if you want to say, for WWE after we get Roman Reigns out of the picture because I don't like him either. I just don't like the idea of just giving him the belt, transitioning to the show, handing him the belt. So he's literally the hand out. So if he keeps this up afterwards, I would like that whole hey guys, y'all are trying to give me handouts. I don't need them, aka you have been giving me handouts. So I'll just be the bad guy in that part.
It was a decent segment. I just AJ Styles needs to be a little bit more of an asshole. Because he was just he was saying some middle school stuff in the ring. I'm like, man, you supposed to be the bad guy, dude. Like you supposed to get Daniel Bryan mad. Like you're not even like he was getting like he was giving him like dad jokes. I was like, this like it didn't really work for me. AJ Styles needs a turn to being the bad guy. He definitely has to work on some comebacks. Like when people are talking about him, he needs to work on like quips. As soon as somebody says something about him, he needs to like get like a really innovative quip, like real quick, so he can interrupt Daniel Bryan or say something like right back to him to Daniel Bryan like just to get him off his game just a little bit, because he was repeating the same stuff the whole time. I was like, say something different, like say like be mean, and he just wasn't. So that's the only thing I was seeing wrong about it. But the feud, I don't mind the feud because they're two very, very good wrestlers, and I can't wait to see what they do in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. Before we get to the last two matches of the night, The Miz and John Morrison, guys, you guys get 2 thumbs up from me tonight, okay? 2 thumbs up. I thought this was gonna be stupid. You guys killed it tonight. It was funny. The pranks weren't funny, but their interaction inside that van when they were high-fiving each other and they were like, ooh, 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 look at this, press the button. It was great, okay? Like, those 2 guys, they're good. They're good at what they're doing. I'm really not even interested in the match between them and Braun Strowman for the title. For real, I'm not. But the segments are funny. So, you know what, guys? Thumbs up.
I'm with you on that. I thought it was funny. Especially the last segment was hilarious. I was literally cracking up for just the things that they were saying. They do have good chemistry together. I mean, even to go back to their music video that they did during the quarantine. Even though it was so corny, the chemistry for them two made it funny.
It's such a Miz and Morrison thing.
Exactly. Like, literally, he was like, oh, are you really going to do that? And he was like, oh, yeah. Even when they were, like, doing the golf club with the baseball bat onto his truck, like, they were interacting as, like, we are villains. We hate this guy. Let's have fun with this to make him so angry to the point where he's going to flip out and go crazy. So, overall, I like the segment. The one thing I am going to criticize, and this, to me, annoys me, even though I know for kids, they're like, oh, man, that's cool. But as a person who watched wrestling then and then still watch it now, Braun Strowman, for the second time, pushing over a truck. Trucks, like gravity, falls. It doesn't lead to the side like this for about a second and then falls slowly over. The truck falls over. The van falls over. Gravity. So I just got annoyed when I saw Braun Strowman do that for the second time. I was like, oh, my gosh, can y'all get it better? The first time was horrible. We saw the actual crane. This time, come on. Make it real.
I do say so.
They found footage of it. Like, make it look better.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's I don't like that either. Yeah, because when you push over something that's big like that, car, truck, whatever, especially a truck, it's just gonna fall. Like as soon as it gets to that teeter point, it's just gonna fall. It should not be like, nah, that ain't how gravity works. We not on the moon, bro.
Oh, boy.
Well, I like the chemistry. It was some of the stuff was just hella goofy though, man. Like I want to see 2 bad guys who just I really want to see bad guys who are bad, not just
Hey, no, I'm gonna combat that because you know what? If you're a pro wrestler, okay? If somebody messed with your protein shake, I'm pretty sure you think they're a bad guy too.
I know my rights.
The thing is, I don't want somebody just to be like when they're doing something bad, they just oh God, like that's goofy. I don't want like be.
I'm gonna say later,
Oh boy.
Be a dick about it. Don't just be goofy like you want Inspector Gadget or something. Like make it like evil,
like Mugly.
Oh boy.
and then like they press the button, and you can easily see somebody is above. What's that? Kayla Braxton dumping a Nickelodeon climb on her, bro. Like, come on, what? Come on, man. Like, that's the only problem I had with it, bro. Like when they were actually beating the car up, I love that. See, that's some
exactly.
I want to see that. Like,
especially how they were saying it's one of a kind and stuff. Like they made it feel important.
Yeah, like destroy some expensive. That's some a-hole stuff right there. You destroying some real valuable property. That's cool. Like, but other than that, it was mad to me. It was just some Scooby-Doo goofy stuff.
Stupid. So, all right, we had a really fun. The last two matches are tag team matches. We had Chad Gable,
WE Chad Gable.
Yeah, in the New Day versus Shinsuke, Mojo Rawley again, and Cesaro.
Where did he come from, Mojo?
As much as I put down Mojo Rawley, I like this match. It was a great 6-man tag. Mojo Rawley really got a lot more offense than I expected, and the match made him look important, just like Chad Gable looked important. That's what WWE needs to do with their mid-card talent. Make them feel like they're worth something. Mojo Rawley went from being Zack Ryder's partner to having this, goofy-looking blue face paint all over him that, it's like a broken mirror on his face, whatever that was, and all this other stuff. This time he just got to wrestle with two great heels in Nakamura and Cesaro, and it paid off for him. When he trucked Kofi Kingston outside the ring, it works. Let him be that big guy of the group who's destructive. Like Corey Graves, he said it best. This could have been the best thing to happen for Mojo, putting him with those two guys, or was it Michael Cole? One of the two said it, but absolutely right. And, it was a fun tag team match. Chad Gable, once again, gets another win against them. Even with the New Day, of course, they picked up the win, but Chad Gable now gets another win. He looks good because he is good. Guys, come on, WWE. He is good. He should be in the Intercontinental Championship. But anywho, great tag team match. It was fun. I'm glad Chad Gable is not just getting fluke wins. Good match. I can't wait to see where his character goes and if Mojo Rawley's going to be incorporated, because he deserves some time. If that's how he's going to be as a wrestler, he deserves time.
Overall, I agree. The match was entertaining. I actually enjoyed it. The whole Cesaro doing the uppercut from the outside onto WE Chad Gable, that was a good, nice uppercuts. Like,
oh yeah,
and we know this has, I think, the best uppercuts ever in wrestling to this day. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, of course, Rick got the chops, but this would be the best uppercuts. But the other thing I kind of like this, the Midnight Hour, and if you remember seeing WE Chad Gable, he really was holding both Sasuke and also Cesaro, like holding both of them so they could come in, showing strength and power. So he has the character that WWE needs right now in the formula to get the opportunity as a single run and make him a champ. Even though work his way up, but give him a mid-card. He has the ability to do it. Just to stop messing up these talents. Please, WWE.
Chad Gable is one of the best pure athletes that WWE has right now. He's technically sound in the ring. He makes it look believable. He knows exactly what he's doing in there.
Blue, can you say that last part again? He does what?
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
You said he makes it look believable. I could not agree. Oh, I can't agree more. I'm sorry, but you are so right about that.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing with his character, but man, he has it, and I love his matches with Cesaro, because they're two powerful guys and they're both showing power, but it's just one's bigger and one's smaller. Like, okay, which one is going to prevail over the strong one? Like, there's two strong guys and they're pushing and pulling. I love that story that they're telling. It was a good match. I really don't have to say anything bad about it. I just can't stand seeing a New Day twerking stuff all the darn time.
Oh my gosh.
They just twerking, and then they gyrating on other people's booties and stuff while they rap.
See, I even said this during the show, man. Like, Kofi Kingston is the new metrosexual idol doll toy. Like, his character back
then. It was just a WWE champion, man.
Intercontinental for a time being, like, and then you're gonna put him in this goofy persona.
I'm like, cause it was cool for a little bit. But all right, y'all guys are having fun and stuff like that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But they have never been serious, like never. And I'm like, why? Like, why aren't you guys serious? Like, y'all getting beat up, and y'all still like, oh, all right, let me get back up, but I'm hurt first, and then I'm gonna hit you. Like, I'm like, come on. It just doesn't do it for me. Other than that, I like the match, but they just gotta stop being funny all the time. Like, you can be funny, but be serious, because in the UFC or anything like that, people come out and be all funny and stuff like that, but when they're in the ring, they mean business. Ain't no smiling in there until you win. Like, so make it look, kind of do something.
And to close out the review, we have new
first two time
women's tag team champions. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We have new women's tag team champions in Sasha Banks and Bayley. The match was good. I am gonna complain. I know I've been saying a lot of good stuff tonight, but I'm gonna complain here. As Nikki Cross, and I paid close attention to this, as Nikki Cross was getting beat by the Hills, who were doing a great job of doing what they were supposed to get me sympathy for Nikki Cross, because I was like, I can't wait for her to get that match, that tag. Alexa Bliss has got to show some facial expression. She does. Like, I was talking to Fizz about this, and when she was sitting there on the outside waiting for the tag, she's just like this. And I'm like, where's the emotion? Where's the fire to have Nikki Cross tag you? When she gets in the ring, she does the hot tag routine, but her face is just emotionless. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, she's going through the motions of, I'm gonna do this move, I'm gonna do this move. Like, even Bayley, when Sasha was getting beat, her face is showing like, I need this tag. Sasha, tag me. They even teased a little tension between those two when Bayley was going for, the tag. She tagged herself in to go for the pin. I thought that was going to end the match. I thought they were going to lose, and a whole bunch of stuff transpired. Just like you said, Obi, about the big move thing, and I'm going to get back to Alexa after that. I know I got sidetracked, but when Bayley hit that Bayley to belly suplex off the top rope, that should have been it. She hit that, and Sasha Banks hit her move, and she kicked out at 2. That shouldn't have happened. That should have been the end. I know they're trying to keep Alexa looking strong, but that wasn't it, WWE. That's not it. Yeah, Alexa Bliss has got to her expression has got to be updated. Like, it just looked like she was there. Even when they lost, she was just like, and I'm like, no, you just lost the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. You need to be upset. You need to do something. I'm not even critiquing her work, but just your facial expressions. Give me something. Like, when I lose in Fortnite, I'm like, like, I'm mad. I didn't go like this.
But
go ahead, y'all. But yeah,
like this.
Yeah, I'm like, Alexa, care that your partner's getting their ass kicked, okay? But I'm so glad they won the championship. When I was at work today, I even told Fizz,
but you lost the tag team. You lost the tag team belts, Alexa. What's going to happen next?
I don't know. And I told Fizz, I was like, hey, watch, I'm calling it. I told him at work, I'm calling it. Bayley and Sasha are going to win the tag team championships. Not only did I call that and I was right, and he's my witness, just in case y'all in the comments try to say I'm lying, I called it hours before the show. Then what I also called, they're going to lose those tag team championships down the line, that is when the split up is going to commence. Mark my words, that's when they're going to start it. That's why they put the tag team championships on them. They're going to break them up because they lose them. Great match. I'm glad they won, though. Hold them belts. It also, hey, Bayley 2 belts. I'm cool with it.
My man just took the whole summary from all. Nah, you good. I agree with you, man. You did say that. We saw this coming anyways. Like, we saw it. They even said in news that they had to prolong the feud of them. So we knew it was coming at some point. We just didn't know how until they literally said, y'all got tag team opportunity to get the belts. But I thought the hilarious part of the end of the show was literally Bayley was provoking the heck with having those 2 belts. She was talking about how heavy it was and saying, "Oh, I got 2 belts." Whoa! Like, that is
emotion.
That is Bill and Bork. Like, she's literally saying, "Well, I got this now. What you gonna say?" And at the same time, making Sasha Banks look bad because, AK, she's a champion now, a double champion. And she also says in a way where it's like, I'm the one that's doing all the work. So she's showing that, oh, I know a feud is coming. I know this might happen, but guess what? I don't care because I got 2 belts. So,
yep.
Good job.
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do as a heel. I mean, you're supposed to tease it, like make everybody know and make everybody feel bad. Like, I got these belts. You ain't doing nothing to us now. We rule the world. Like, yeah, I loved it. I love how they acted after they won the belts. Even when I was just up here, I was on like at the beginning of the stream, I was on Twitter and they had the exclusive and they were like talking about it then. And then Sasha goes, "Oh, should we take pictures of us crying on the floor?" And they just started laughing. I was like, "Yo, that is hilarious!"
Wow.
Yep.
I'm like, yes, that is what I want from heels. I want them to tease. I want them to make fun of everybody, and you don't see Sasha and Bayley talking so positive and stuff now like they used to do because they're heels, so they can't be on social media being all positive because they like you have to believe. And that character in real life is going to act like that. So I'm glad they're trying to be like the real deal heels. And just like Arrow said about that spot that they did, when they did that spot with Bayley and like she did her move from the top rope, and then they came with a knee, and then Alexa kicked out at 2. I was like, why would they do that? That doesn't make sense.
And it was a strong kick out. It wasn't like, I luckily kicked out. No,
oh, right before they hit the tap.
Yeah.
One, two, kick.
If you want to do something like that, because like you should not kick out of those moves. You just got slammed up. First, you're a girl, okay? You're not one of these big, strong men out here. Second, you are. Because like she's a tiny girl, she only weighs about like 100 pounds or like around that, and you just took a top, like a middle rope or like a big move from the top ropes. Then you got a knee in your face. You should not be kicking out strong like that. That's something for Roman Reigns. Even Roman Reigns shouldn't kick it out. Yep. That should be, you should be next to the rope, put your foot on the rope, or put your hand on the rope. That's right. You should. Or you just they just missed the pin and they got to get up and do something else again. But that should have been the end of the match. Yep. Or you could do that move or whatever and then tag Sasha and just add insult to injury and have Sasha do her move. That just killed everything with it. When Les can just get up from all that and finish her stuff. I was like, that shouldn't even have happened. I don't know who came up with that, who approved that, but that was bad. And stuff like that will take a casual fan out of it. Because in real life, if you get slammed like that and knee in the face, you're not kicking out of nothing. You're laid out. You're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was bad. But other than that,
the moves, if you're gonna kick out like that, save them for pay-per-views. That way, it builds up that. Okay, cool. Like they need this. Like she kicked out because she needs this.
Yeah.
Still a good match, but that was a big thing for me. But good match overall.
Yeah, it was a damn good match. But yeah, that definitely could have been saved for a pay-per-view. You don't do that for regular TV.
Yeah. We're gonna close this out, guys. In the comments, once again, you guys leave us your match of the night and a rating. I'm actually gonna give the match of the night. Personally, like I said, I'm gonna give it to Lacey Evans and Sonya Deville. Surprisingly, I'm gonna give them my match of the night. Like I said, I loved how it might have went a little long, but I really loved how last week on SmackDown I was falling asleep. And let me tell you guys something, okay? We're not gonna be biased here. We watch these shows in case you guys can't or don't want to, and you need somebody to tell you guys what's going on. I was falling asleep. It was boring. I gave the show, I think, a 2.5 or a 3, and 3 was being gracious. I must have been super tired, and I really wasn't in my right state of mind because that show was crap. This week, I'm going to give it a 3.75. It wasn't perfect. There was some stuff that held it back, but this was a much better episode of SmackDown. I can't wait to see what the final SmackDown before Backlash is like. So, Sonya Deville, Lacey Evans, keep up the damn good work. I'm going to give this show a 3.75.
I'm going to say the same thing in terms of the match of the night. It was very close to the women's match because for me, I don't know why. I'm just going to say this. I don't know why, but I just feel like the work of WWE villains, I just like the setup transitioning to what it was. I love WWE Chad Gable. Give him some props. But for Lacey Evans, like being more risky, and then Sonya still developing her character, it was good. So I'm going to say that's the match of the night for myself as well.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely giving the show this one an ass of 3.5. SmackDown, for me, WWE needs to get better when it comes to focusing on the wrestling matches. The development, we got the storyline, we got the whole soap opera rendition, but I just want to see better matches when it comes to Raw and SmackDown. NXT doing good, but Raw and SmackDown, I don't think I'm going to probably go past 4. Just being real, so 3.5.
That's all right.
If you think the wrestling match is bad, you should go ahead and watch AEW and see
Come
how
on,
bad.
man. We ain't get there yet, man.
Because you want to see some bad matches. I'll show you some bad matches there. Oh, my goodness. But anyway.
Wait till we get my territory.
Oh, boy.
For WWE has great match psychology. The storylines is what they need to focus on. And because if you don't have a good story, then it's going to be hard for people to tell a story in the ring because you don't have anything to latch on to. And that's what they need to do. Their wrestling and psychology and stuff is superb, but it's just if you don't have a story to latch on to, how will anybody understand it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like okay, like say Lacey Evans and Sonya Deville, and they're in a match and they have this animosity for each other, and you don't really know why. Yes, the heel and face can be there, but the like to bring in more emotion, you should have like some type of story where I don't like her because of this, because she did something. You know what I'm saying? Even she probably stole $20 out my purse, and I don't like people that steal and they say you're supposed to be my friend type stuff. You know, even that small of a story will get people invested and get their emotions in.
Yeah.
The match of the night I would have to say was the last match, because you had a good clear heel and face, and they're battling out, duking it out. It's just what's her name? Alexa Bliss just got to work on them faces, man.
Yeah.
Got to faces.
But she's improved in the ring.
Yeah. Like everybody may be mad at JD, but JD is right. You got to fix them faces. You got to show some emotion on your face. I think she's too used to being a heel, and heels don't really. Actually, heels do make a face, but it's different. Heels do different faces, and a face like, and heels just don't really have like emotions on their face a lot. So I think she's too used to being a heel, and like when you're a face, you're overjoyed. You're supposed to you're ready to take revenge on somebody. and you're supposed to be in there with some fire.
Yeah.
And that's her to do. I like the psychology of that last match. I love, and Bailey and Sasha make the match great. They make the match cool, and they make it interesting. And you do have what's the other girl's name?
Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Nikki Cross. Yeah, she kind of makes it better because she, like, Alexa Bliss really doesn't have the facials, but you got the other girl there who does all the facials.
Yeah.
So it kind of balances it out a little bit. Yep. So that would be my match tonight. The rating I have to give it 3.2 maybe. It was so.
Okay. Guys, as always, thank you for joining us. We haven't plugged our social media. I'm gonna put them in the description. But my Twitter page is you'll see it as Nikazoid, but it's at Big Boss DJB, and I will put that in the description. Blue, if you want to give them yours.
My Twitter is and Instagram is at the activist OBT.
Cool. I will definitely plug that in that description. Fizz, do you have anything you want to plug in?
Definitely get me out on Instagram. You can hit that JFizzle7, that JFIZZELL7. I'm not much on Twitter, but I think I'm probably going to now utilize the social media Twitter. So you can still give me the same. So that's at JFIZZELL7. Hit that.
All right, guys. I think what we're going to do for Monday Night Raw, because it's a 3-hour show, is each of us will cover an hour of the show, and then we'll still follow the same format of overall match and the rating of the show. Now, for the overall matches, like say I cover hour 1, I'll give my match of the night on that hour that I watch, because obviously they're going to do the other 2 hours. So that's probably how we'll do Raws. And then, guys, be ready, because AEW is next Wednesday. And I'm going to be the quiet man next Wednesday. We got Blue and Jay Fizzle. They're going to go at it for AEW. This is going to be really entertaining. And as always, guys, we appreciate the support, and we'll catch you next Monday. Now, we are going to do prediction videos for In Your House and Backlash. So be ready for those. If you guys want to, give your predictions when we do those, as always, leave them in the comments. If you like the video, subscribe to join our army, and we'll catch you Monday. Take it easy, guys.
Yep.